Hello everyone, welcome back. We have George Arciba. He is the District Director of Boy Scouts with us. And of course, John Niski, he is the District Chairman of Boy Scouts. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so first of all, tell us a little bit about Boy Scouts of America.
Boy Scouts of America is a great organization for the youth of our community. It teaches them a lot of skills, exposes them to a lot of different activities, and it teaches them about community service and really helping getting out and being good leaders for our community now in their youth and as adults in the future.
And at what age do you accept the boys to begin, and how long does it last for them?
Well, right now we're accepting boys and girls, and they can start as early as 5 years old in our Tiger Cubs, and then they move up from there, and we have Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, or Scouts now that we're calling it, Explorer programs and Venturing programs, which are both co-ed programs.
Wonderful, and a great opportunity to teach them life skills, survival skills, everything in between, and how to do you teach them to do the dishes and the laundry too?
They do everything.
Is that extra? Yes. We have to pay extra for that.
The youth do everything when they go out and do the camping trips and everything. They plan their own trips. They do their own things.
Wonderful. Yeah. I think it's great to have somebody else to help out with that, because sometimes they take it better from someone else than their own parents, but that's a whole other topic. Okay, so we're here to talk about Scouting for Food. Tell me what that is and how we can help.
So Scouting for Food is an annual food drive that the Scouts do every year. And what we're doing is we are going around into the local neighborhoods. So you'll see a door hanger pop up in your house. We've started on Saturday and they'll go through this week. And then the Scouts will come around this coming Saturday, November 9th, to pick up all the food, which is donated to the local food bank as well as the food pantry surrounding the communities.
Wonderful. And is this just in a specific area of town? What if I didn't get a hanger but I want to help out?
Great. So if you did not get a hanger but you still want to participate, then you can go ahead and drop it off at the Food Bank of Corpus Christi. I believe we have the address on Krill Street
Yes,
is
I
where
we'll
it's
bring
at.
that up. Yep, okay.
So they can donate there on Saturday from 8 to 12.
Awesome. Okay. And that's Scouting for Food. Now, I want to know what type of items. We're not talking about clearing out your pantry and getting all the expired stuff that's rusty and throwing it in a bag. We're talking about going to H-E-B and grabbing a few items that you would want to eat to help out some people in our community. So what are the types of things we do and don't want to accept?
So we're looking for non-perishable items. It can be canned food, it can be boxed, the pouches now, like the tuna pouches, noodles, there's a wide variety of non-perishable foods that we can give to the food pantries that they can get out to the community.
So if you guys had to choose two things that you've seen that are non-perishable, what would you choose?
Non-perishable? Bread we'll get bread sometimes. We can't do a lot with bread. It doesn't store well and squishes. so that doesn't help.
And fruit.
Yeah, and fruit.
Yeah, so the live stuff. But something that we would prefer, I see over here we've got some, I love corn because I make it into a corn cup. Some ravioli, those pasta meals, the soups, basically anything that has a long shelf life in a can.
Correct.
Or box. Now there's all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Great. Okay, and now tell me, what area does the South Texas Council cover?
So our council covers 17 counties from Ganado, just north of Victoria, all the way down to Laredo, and then as far south as Sarita. So we cover 17 counties, and we've got over 4,000 youth that we provide our services for.
Amazing. So it's great to know that you all are helping out, giving back to the community. Now, I have a little guy, he's 5 years old. How can we get him involved? And for those of our viewers out there interested, how can they become a part of it?
What they can do is they could go to beascout.org. You could type in your zip code in there and look for the different units that are within your area. You could go to the local Scout Service Center, which is at 700 Everhart. It's in the back of the office complex there, so just drive around to the back and go in there and we'll be able to help you out. We have a number of recruiting events going on now that school started back up, so we'll be in the schools as well. If we've already been to your school, just make contact with other Scouts that are at the school, or just go down to 700 Everhart, and we'll be happy to have you.
Wonderful. So we want to keep an eye out for that the hanger on our door.
Yes, ma'am.
If we get it, we got to put the food out by?
If you can have it out by 7 a.m. on Saturday, because we have units that come out really early to start picking up.
Awesome. And if we don't get the tag or the hanger, but we want to help, You mentioned we can drop the food off over at the food bank.
Yes, ma'am.
At any time before a certain date?
8 to 12.
8 to
8 to 12, yeah. And if you can't make it Saturday, you can go on Monday or Tuesday and drop off as well.
Okay, for this particular event, but the food bank is always accepting food, I would assume.
Absolutely, yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
great. So if you have it in your heart and you have a few extra bucks in your pocket when you go to the store, grab a few extra cans of food, make a collection. You could even make it like a weekly thing or a monthly thing where you and the family go and drop off food. You know it's for a great cause anyway.
Yes,
so
yes.
thank you all so much for joining us today and telling us all about this special event. I think it's almost like Christmas, but
Yes,
you get
ma'am.
to like, you get a
Absolutely.
little fairy godmother to put a sparkle on you and tell you to help the community.
Yes.
All right, guys, coming up, we're talking nerdy.